Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another session of GCSE Maths exam question and answer session. Today's topic is formula and equations, and the question today is to manipulate a formula and then to apply something, changing subject to. Okay, if you're ready, we can get started. Thank you. So, first things first, you can change temperatures from F Fahrenheit to C Celsius by using the formula. So let's just take a moment to look at what we have. Okay, that's what we have. Alright, so what you have there is going from centigrade to Fahrenheit. In other words, if you need the answer in centigrade, you put the Fahrenheit in there. Put the Fahrenheit in and do this operation on it. Fahrenheit take away 32 times 5 divided by 9 will give you the answer in centigrade or Celsius. That's the point. Okay? Right, so F is the temperature in Fahrenheit. So a little bit of pedantry. F is the temperature in Fahrenheit. C is the temperature in Celsius. Celsius is also known as centigrade because it's 100. It's graded out of 100. The minimum temperature in an elderly person's home should be 20 degrees Celsius. 20 degrees C. Mrs. Smith is an elderly person. The temperature in Mrs. Smith's home is 77 degrees F Fahrenheit. Decide whether or not the temperature in Mrs. Smith's home is lower than the minimum temperature should be. Okay, what we could have done with the word here. Lower than what? Just add a little crispness to the sentence to give clarity. Decide whether or not the temperature in Mrs. Smith's home is lower than what the minimum temperature should be. All right? Good. Now, okay, I think you understand the question, right? So what's the first job? First job is what? You know, her temperature is set at 77 Fahrenheit. The minimum is 20. So tell me what you must do. What do you think we should do? So this is what it's at, and that's what it should be. Should be, or minimum. Okay, minimum should be. So what must we do now? Remember, they must speak the same language. You cannot compare apples and pears, right? So this must be converted to degrees C. Then we can compare. And how can we do that? By using this scale. All right? Can we do that? Good. So we have 77C, right? 77F is what's given. Mrs. Smith, Auntie Smith's house is at 77F, right? And we want to see if she meets the centigrade requirement. Now, can we do that? So, 5 of, or times, 77F I have, minus 32, and then I have the 9. Are we clear on this? And will give me the C. Alright, so if I do this, what do I get? 77 take away 32. What is that? 45 over 9. I mustn't forget my 5 there. Now, you see, 45, I can do this, right? I can divide 9 by 9 once, and 45 by 9, I get what? 5 9s are 45. Now I get 5 times 5 is 25 degrees C. Auntie Smith's house is at 25 degrees C. Never forget that. Got that? So that's done, basically. So it's an asterisked question. So you could say that minimum temperature should be, you could say, the minimum, give me a second, I'll be with you. There you go. The minimum, did I add an extra stroke to my M? Oh, I'm doing it again. Sorry, guys. There you go. Minimum temperature should be 20 degrees C, but Mrs. Smith's home is at, what did we find? 25 degrees C. Therefore, it is not lower. Therefore, it is not lower than what the minimum temperature should be. Done. Okay? You could phrase it any way you like. Make sure you have at least one verb in the sentence. Keep it simple, succinct if you want. It doesn't really matter, as long as it is making sense to you and to the examiner. Beautiful. Now, that's part A done. Let's go to part B. There is a part B. Make F the subject of the formula. All right? So, there you go. That's the girl we have, boy or girl. That's the guy, person, whatever you want to call it. There you go. So now, I want to make that the subject. That's the question. Now this is the subject. Remember that. Okay? So how do we do that? Not forgetting the C is sitting atop. The C is sitting atop. C is sitting on top of 1. Not forgetting that. So I would be inclined to cross multiply. Okay? How do I do that? How do I do that? I multiply this bottom by that top and this bottom by that top. That's all I do. That's all I do. So let me do my first one. I'm going to use blue ink, nicer, right? So let me do that. So what do I have when I do that? So I'm going to go for this. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do this by all of that. So what do I get? 5 of F minus 32. Done. 1/2 is done. Now I'm going to go in and do this times by that. 9C. C times 9 is 9C. Okay? Cool with that? Cool with that? Cool with that? Good. Now, I don't want I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to divide through by 5. Okay, so divide through by 5. Okay, good. Divide both sides by 5. That's all I've done. I lose that 5. I don't have the same privilege on the other side. Now, I rewrite again. What do I have now? F minus the 32 equals 9 over 5. It doesn't really matter. C. Now, what's the next step? You know that. F is the subject I want, right? You could write it any way you want. Just we will like it elegant, right? So I'm rewriting the right-hand side. And I'm moving. I need to move this over there. You agree? So what does this give me now? This shows me how to put in C and obtain F. That's what it shows me. 9 times centigrade over 5 plus the 32 will give me Fahrenheit. Now, if you like, you can have a little fun by converting the centigrade to Fahrenheit, if you want to do that. But the question is done. We're there now. Okay, we've done. That's it. So, I want to show you what we've done. That's what we've done. And in part A, going back to part A, we decided if the temperature was lower than the minimum, and we found that it is not lower than what the minimum temperature should be. Okay, good. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification alert. Thank you.